New York City making a big push to make school buses safer, unveiling a new technology designed to keep the buses from exceeding speed limits. It's the first of its kind. Kimberly Richardson live at the unveiling in Lower Manhattan for us this morning. Hey, Kimberly, you're on a bus.
Good morning. I'm on a bus. I don't remember the last time I was on a bus like this. We'll overlook that point. But listen, Mayor Adams really calls this plan a no-brainer. It's a way to really keep our most precious cargo, that being kids, safe. It is a multi-pronged approach. It is the first of its kind in the country, and it is in place in 50 school buses right now here in the city and an additional 250 non-emergency vehicles. To lay it all out and explain more, Keith Kerman is joining me. He is Deputy Commissioner for Fleet Management. Keith, tell me first of all, why is this necessary?
Okay, thank you very much. And so New York City operates 10,000 school buses and transports 150,000 school children every single day. And it's essential that we have the safest possible transport, that all our children and their family members and pedestrians are all safe every single day. And so here at DCAS and under Mayor Adams' leadership, we've launched a program to improve safety both through technology and better training.
One of the first things that we just touched on already is the speed access aspect of all this. Explain briefly what that does, how that works.
Okay, so we've placed intelligent speed assistance, speed control on 50 school buses, the first 50 school buses in the United States. And so what does that mean? Wherever a school bus is operating, whatever the speed limit is in that location, the bus simply will not go above that speed limit.
And that's controlled by base. You can set the levels.
Correct. DCAS can control whatever speed we want. Normally it's the speed limit, so 25 miles an hour is the basic speed limit in New York City. And so if you're driving the bus, as you approach 25, if you try to accelerate above 25, the computer engine quite literally will not send the signal, and you'll stay at 25 until you come down, or you drive into a higher zone. So if you go from 25 miles an hour to a 40 mile an hour zone, then it'll let you speed up to whatever the speed limit is where you are. We can actually set a lower speed limit if we want. So if we want to set a 10 mile an hour, say around school zones or parks, we could do that with the technology as well.
Okay, guys, we want to do this show and tell, and this is really cool. Two other key aspects to this plan. The first one being surround cameras outside of the bus. So Keith and I are going to walk up here. So this is Ann, our lovely bus driver. Hi, Ann. Hi. So we want to show you something. Keith, why don't you, step there. John, if John comes out here, so Ann is driving the bus, right? And she's at eye level. This is what Ann sees in front, right?
So we have one of our employees in front of the bus, and right now he's kneeling over, so about the size of a child, and of course our school buses are here to transport children. Ann, without any assistance, cannot see him at this time. So Ann, as a normal heighted driver, is sitting at the wheel. Our employee, who happens to be right in front of this bus, is invisible to her.
But watch what happens, John. Let's show him. Look at the screen.
So with these surround cameras, Ann now gets a perfect view around the bus. And you can see that Gary, our great DCAS employee, now is fully visible to Ann through the camera, but without that camera, she would not know that he's in front of the bus. And of course, that's an enormous concern. Our buses exist only to transport children, and so we need to make sure that our bus drivers can see all around the bus. And the cameras also offer a view around all four corners of the bus, so that if a child or a pedestrian, a family member is approaching any side of the bus, our bus drivers now have a perfect view of that.
Okay, we want to show you guys something else. Keith and I are going to step off the bus. This is something that is for pedestrians, people outside of the bus. So many times, Keith, people don't pay attention. They're on their phone, they're looking down, they're not seeing the bus.
Absolutely. In fact, a majority of the really tragic, fatal, or major injury events we've had have involved vulnerable pedestrians outside the bus, as opposed to children inside the bus.
Okay,
and so we've implemented a pedestrian alert.
Pedestrian alert.
And it's very simple. When the turn signal, either right or left, is used by the driver, and Ann's going to show this, you will hear a very loud alert outside the bus.
See that, guys, right there?
So whenever Ann signals the bus is going left, the bus is going right, anyone outside the bus is going to know it. And so they can, if they're on their cell phone or if they're not paying attention, now they're going to realize, hey, a bus is turning, I need to look up, I need to stay safe.
I was saying down the line, I want that to say, stop, get out of the way, bus coming.
Yeah, well, this technology, currently we're doing an alert, a beep, but we can, in fact, have a voice alert. So, maybe at some point we'll have a contest and we can have a New Yorker be the voice of safety.
Or a reporter from Channel 7.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to work all that out.
Thank you so much for explaining all of this. Again, all of this safety, first of its kind in the country. So we're leading the way.
That's so great, and it's such a huge worry for anybody.
For anybody.
It all just makes sense.
Yeah.
But it feels good because there is that anxiety when you send your child off in a school bus. You're hoping that they come home safely.
Yes, no doubt.